The GM CFO said they are going to continue to cut costs,
ways to cut costs,
and execute their playbook. Apparently their playbook is cutting costs and increasing profit. This is insane. Meanwhile, owners that buy $100,000 trucks and SUVs are watching them get loaded onto flatbeds, some with their second and third engines, yet they keep going back to the poisoned well.
Escalade V, Magnus Frost, one of 255 produced. Check that out. Nothing like a little bit of a knock in the engine here. 18 miles. A nice check engine light that's normally flashing.
This problem has been going on for years. So how much longer are people going to continue buying them? Check this out.
I just put it 3 months ago on engine.
So it says there, do not buy Escalades, they suck. We got a new engine 3 months ago because it blew up on us while driving on the highway. 3 months later, the new engine blew up again. Or how about this one? This is a 2026 GMC Sierra with the 6.2, 4,500 miles. Sounds great, doesn't it? And here is a 2026 High Country Tahoe. Drove like a dream until it didn't. There you go. This is a 2026, 4,800 miles. Come on. Come on, you gotta be kidding me. And here is why GM's gonna continue to profit, and this probably won't even faze them because, you know, I like to think that more people are listening to YouTubers and actually paying attention to what's going on, but here you go, 2026 Yukon Denali 6.2. He made it 4,623 miles. That was May 13th. His engine died. Today he got it back after 68 days. He says, man, I'm glad to have the truck back. He goes on to say, I'm really glad to have it back. Yeah, you can say trade it, blah, 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 but I like this truck and I would take a bath selling or trading it so soon after purchase. If another engine goes on it, I would consider lemon lawing it. There you go. Most people care more about what their vehicle looks like than how reliable it is. That's just the honest truth. And I'll show you some more stories and NHTSA data here in a minute, but I wanted to show you the CFO's comments. So keep in mind, the General Motors CFO, he's in charge of making the shareholders happy, right? Returning money to the shareholders, but they're not really concerned about making a better product, and it's quite clear from their playbook.
The amazing thing is when you look at the cumulative effect of all of this, our first half earnings per share is 25% higher than the first half at any time in our history, and actually more than 6 out of the last 10 full years we've already recorded in the first 6 months. So this momentum is palpable, and it's something that we think is going to continue.
So the momentum is palpable. The momentum he's talking about is they're selling a ton of vehicles. Their profits are way up. Why do you think their profits are up? I'll tell you why I think their profits are up. I think it's because they're cutting costs, building essentially garbage, selling it for really high prices, and these people are really happy about it. And what's crazy with all of these problems with General Motors engines, listen to what he says about their truck sales.
Our full-size truck sales are up about 4%. Incentives are down, as you mentioned earlier. So our consumer has been very resilient.
So our customers are resilient. That is code for our customers will buy anything we put out there, no matter what the quality. That's what I hear anyway. This was not that long ago. Listen to him talk about their playbook and cutting costs.
Pressure primarily as a result of higher energy prices. Logistics costs are up. Raw materials, steel, aluminum, etc., are up in addition to chips. So we've called out this $500 million of pressure that we see today. Interestingly, we've already sort of created a playbook for ourselves and have begun to look at ways to cut costs. It's really that playbook that's helped us quite a bit over the last few years, and we're rolling it out for yet another period of uncertainty this year, but so far from what we've seen, be able to offset, and that's why we can hold our numbers.
So that's why they're able to hold their numbers. In other words, that's why they're able to make so much profit, is reducing the quality, cutting costs, and high profit vehicles. The more you sell and the more you cut out of your vehicle as far as quality, the more money you're going to make. That's what he's talking about. That's his job. And they have very short-term thinking. They've been talking about this the last several years. We've been implementing this playbook. No kidding. We've seen it in your products, General Motors. We've seen it in your transmissions and your engines now. And here is another 2026, less than 8,000 miles. On this 2026 AT4X had a fatal bearing failure, and then they updated it on the 21st. That is today, as I'm recording this video. Said the motor shipped to the dealership today. Estimated time of arrival, 7/28/2026. Let's see how long this one lasts. You can tell there's zero intention and maybe zero ability to get rid of these vehicles. It's really sad. The only thing you can do is just don't buy them up front. And there are some people lurking here in the Facebook groups. Robert there says, stop buying their junk, problem solved. I've been saying that for the last year or so, but boy, their sales seem to be going up. And this is the thing that I think people don't consider. They think it's just under warranty, I'll be fine, I'll get a new engine if it fails, but they don't consider the situation it puts you in. So this guy says, stuck on the side of the road at nearly midnight with a car full of kids, 2026 Yukon Denali XL. Our 5th Yukon and our 11th General Motors vehicle since 2011. I think we are done. Finally. I mean, this person is a GM loyal customer, one of the resilient customers, as the CFO would say. They're so resilient, but they think they're done. So maybe we're starting to see a change here. But I'll bet you that these new engines, the 2027 model engines, will just revive that want from all these people, and they will just see the new vehicles and say, oh, I bet the new engines are going to be fine. Who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But this is not a good sign, and it's not a good sign what GM's CFO said. And here's another one of those situations that people don't think about when they're buying the vehicle, and they say, gosh, it probably won't happen to me. 8,220 miles, 750 miles from home, towing a bass boat. The engine seized at 8:30 a.m. Louisville traffic. Left lane, no shoulder, next to a semi, family in the vehicle. Thought we were going to die. No idea how we didn't cause a huge wreck trying to get to the shoulder. Transmission revved to the moon. 18th day of ownership. Still have the paper license plate. Was told 3 weeks for an engine. Anyone have a replacement in 3 weeks? So, can you imagine these situations that these people are in? And I can't even believe that GM could get someone an engine in 3 weeks. I think they got to be bluffing this guy, but I guess we'll find out. And here's another one just from July. This guy had 2 engines now blow. So he said, I got it back 6 weeks ago after it taking 3 months for them to put a new motor in. It blew again today. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, folks. And maybe this is the last Facebook post I'll show you that was really recent, July 18th. This person wanted to express what you're going to experience when you take your vehicle in there. So they wanted to remind people that, hey, the sticker on this vehicle was $96,000, and look at how they're treating the vehicle. So not only do you get the hassle of an engine replacement, but look at what they're doing to the vehicle and the parts. They're just putting parts everywhere, putting the bumper on the ground, probably scratching things, and that's what their complaint is, that, hey, you've got this vehicle that's close to $100,000. These techs, at least in this scenario, had almost nowhere to put the parts, and they probably got full bays. This is what's going to happen to people. You're going to get brand new vehicle back, in some cases, with probably some extra scratches on it that maybe you didn't bargain for. And on top of all this, they want to just be data brokers and software companies. Look at how they speak about the software industry and their subscription services and how they want to siphon more money out of your wallet.
Well, I think what our OnStar team has done is really masterful in terms of giving product away at a basic level and offering consumers value for subscriptions over the top. So yes, our deferred revenue has grown by more than 50%. We're up almost $6 billion at the end of the quarter, and we believe on our way up to approximately $7.5 billion of deferred revenue. And then when you look at Super Cruise, about a 30 to 40-ish% attachment rate after people's 3-year period ends. We're seeing people attach at rates that are higher than many of our competitors' similar products out there. So
basically what they're saying there is that they're looking at more ways to mine your data and to give you subscription services. Things like, we'll provide you the heated seat, but you got to pay a subscription fee to use it. Stuff like that is coming down the pike in new vehicles. Trust me, they are not going to end with Super Cruise and OnStar as subscription services. They're going to expand everything they can that has the highest profit margin. They're making billions of dollars off of this. Now, if you're curious to see, this is actually my website, thecarguyonline.com, And you can go look. This is National Highway Traffic and Safety data that I pull in every couple hours. I pull in new complaints. So you can go here, pick your vehicle, pick the year, and you can see that these failures are constantly coming in on the General Motors, Cadillac, Chevy side. So right now we're looking at a Sierra, GMC Sierra 1500 2026. Going to look at the engine here, and the latest one, the latest complaint here is on July 12th while driving, engine lost power, shut off in traffic. You'll see this over and over and over. Catastrophic engine failure. This is a 2026, not a 2025. The next one down, sudden catastrophic failure with only 6,000 miles. This is in July of this year. This is happening over and over and over. This problem is not resolved, not even close. Stop buying this vehicle. Stop rewarding them. You heard it from the CFO themselves. They will continue to sell this garbage and they will continue to cut costs until what? People vote with their wallet. That's the only language they understand.
Buyer beware. If you are considering getting a GM product, please, for the love of God, stop. Don't do it.
Thanks for watching. Till next time.